Hey guys, it's Adam, and I don't know if I like that lighting better or worse. I don't know how much space I have on my phone here, and I don't really have a better camera on me right now. I mean, I could go and get the Canon, but I really don't feel like it. I'm too lazy. But I wanted to show you guys just an update on what's in my bedroom as far as plants go, because it's changed a lot. So I just want to show you guys that. So it's messy right now because I haven't really cleaned up much. So it's a bit, my room's a bit messy, but I'm going to try to spare you guys from the ugly and just show you the good. So we're going to start here. This familiar little guy, this is my Euphorbia Trigona. Oh, there's a little fungus gnat. I've had a couple of those in my room, and I'm trying to get rid of them. But my Euphorbia Trigona rubra, my red, beautiful euphorbia. It's not a cactus. It's actually related to the poinsettia in the same genus, but it definitely does look like a cactus. It does get some beautiful red leaves. You can see there's buds, but they won't really open up until spring when I put this outside. And it's just a beautiful plant. I don't know if it's just going to keep growing straight up or if it'll eventually get branches or if I'm going to have to cut the top off to get side branches, but I want to leave it how it is and not cut it, so I'm going to see how that works. And it's beautifully planted on this terracotta, and it's just such a nice little plant. Here in this pot, I have some Haworthias. I believe this is a Cooperi, and then this is a Retusa, I believe is how you say it. And they're both beautiful. I love the little see-through windows in the leaves. These are some of my favorite plants. There's also a little Mother of Thousands plant cutting in here, or a little baby. And here, there's another Mother of Thousands plant, as well as my Blizzard aloes, which are starting to pop like crazy down here. As you can see, there's plenty of little, please focus. There's plenty of little pups forming, so this pot is going to get super full this coming spring and summer, so I cannot wait to see that. So here is a new guy. A new gal. This one's a girl. Her name is Olivia because that's the variety she is. She's an Echeveria, or Echeveria, however you say it. I like to say Echeveria just because that's how I pronounce it, but I'm sure it's pronounced Echeveria. Echeveria, Olivia. And I got this off of a Facebook group off the seller. Her name's Estella Aguilar, I believe, and this plant came to me in such good condition. It was kind of like that dormant state that succulents are generally in when you first get them in the mail because it was shipped bare root, but 2 days later, it just completely perked up, and then a week after I got it, I started noticing these flower stalks. And I know what Echeveria flowers look like, but I didn't look up this particular variety because I love to be surprised by the variation in flowers. I'm sorry, this is really shaky. So I haven't really looked it up yet, but this is such a stunning plant, and I love it so much. I can't wait to get it into a nicer pot too, but I'm just using what I have at hand. So next up, we have my Gasteria, which is creating a lot of little pups. So I can't wait to let this pot fill up with little pups. And you guys have already seen this in the last tour video. I'm going to turn this light on. There we go. So yeah, you guys can see these in full color. And then next up in this windowsill, this is a new plant here, a variegated aeonium. I forgot exactly who I got this from, but it's a nice little plant. I don't have good luck with aeonium, so hopefully this works, but let me just show you guys. It was shipped bare root, and I just planted it in an old pot, an old plastic pot from a succulent I got at Home Depot. But like, just look at that beautiful work. If you turn it to the side like this, it looks like a bonsai, and it's just a really nice plant. I'm kind of loving it, you know? And then another new one that I got, and this one was from Terracotta Corner. I actually saw a listing for this plant on Facebook on a group. I believe it was a succulent marketplace group on Facebook, and unfortunately this plant the one that I wanted had already been bought. So I waited for the seller to get more, and she sent me pictures, and she's like, you pick one of the two that I have. So I chose this one, and then she put the other one up for sale, but I thought it was really nice that she gave me first pick. And that was only $6 plus shipping. So I believe it was $11 total, and it is a Kalanchoe paddle plant, and it's the variegated tricolor, if you will, and the variety is called Fantastic. It is beautiful. Look at the red and the white and the really pale dusty coloration on it. It's just beautiful. And then I have my moon silver pachyphytum that I got from my Home Depot in a little pot. It was very cheap, but it was a nice succulent, so I got it. And then I got this aloe coral fire because you know I'm a sucker for aloes. Speaking of suckers, there's a little baby on the side there. This is a coral fire aloe, and I'm such a sucker for aloes. They're what really got me back into houseplants. I got a couple aloes, and I just loved them. So, yeah, I got this coral fire, and I absolutely am in love with it. So that's that windowsill. So let's move to my bedside table. Mess on the floor, but a new plant that I got yesterday because we actually just took a shopping trip. And I got a couple of plants. I spent $85 at Pearson's, one of my favorite nurseries. One of the plants that I got was this beautiful Monstera deliciosa. Absolutely gorgeous, and I love this thing. Look at the leaves. They got some brown corners, but that's okay. I can cut those little tips off if I'd like, but I think I'm just going to leave them, and eventually it's just going to get to be a huge plant, as if it's not already. There's new buds coming out, and I love the fact that they propagated this whole cane stem instead of just a couple of tips. But I am going to be cutting a couple of tips off. Not this one, because this one hasn't even opened yet, but probably this one, because as you can see, there's a little rootlet under it. And I read online that that's how you propagate them. And I promised my plant friend that I would give her one. So this is my Monstera deliciosa. One of my favorite new plants. It's been on my wish list for a while, and not just because it's trending, because I've really gotten into these lately. And just look at it. These leaves, there's some newer ones that are brighter green and don't have as many splits on them, but it is such a pretty plant. The next one that I have here, I have a lot of Hoyas here, so I'm going to show you those as well as the other two plants that I have. So this one is my Hoya Carnosa Crimson, I believe this is Crimson Queen. Crimson Queen is such a beautiful plant. It is my variegated Hoya carnosa. You can see that this leaf is all white. There is another leaf that's almost all white with just a spot of green near the stem. And I'm hoping to get some flowers on it soon. I don't know if it's close to flowering size yet. Probably not quite, but look at that trailer going down. The next one, I just got this one and the next Hoya. This is my Hoya DS70 Hoya Bertonier. I just got this one in the mail not very long ago, as well as the pubic calyx that I'm about to show you. And this guy is long as well. Look at it. I potted it in a 6-inch terracotta, and it is just doing marvelous, and I cannot wait to see how it grows and matures. Next up, this is the Hoya pubic calyx that I also just got, and I gotta cut this long stem off because I actually don't think this one's alive anymore. But this one came from Texas, as well as my DS70 from Hannah Kate Hall, and I saw it on a houseplant selling group on Facebook, and I forgot which one it was. But yeah, I love the spots and splashes on this leaf, and it's not even a splash either. This is just how they grow, and I cannot wait for this thing to get flowers. And then underneath this, because it's kind of covering it up, we have a Hoya Carnosa compacta variegata, or the variegated Hindu rope, another Hoya that I got last year for Christmas. And it really hasn't grown too terribly much, but it has a little bit, so it definitely is a slow grower, but it is a nice plant, and there is, of course, a mother of thousands in here. The last Hoya on this table is my Hoya Carnosa Crimson Princess, and it's different from the Crimson Queen because Crimson Princess has the white on the inside and then green edges, and then this one is white on the outside. This is an Alba Marginata, and then this is the Variegata. So this one is beautiful as well, and there are some penducles or leaves or flower stalks somewhere on here, but I can't really find them right now. And I repotted it out of its hanging basket because there was an accident and it fell off of its hook and the pot cracked, so I had to put it in something new. So hopefully it'll still flower for me this year. Hopefully it's forgiving. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. One can only hope. And then moving on from Hoyas for a little bit, because there still is one more Hoya left that's not on this table. But I have this beautiful Calathea. I've heard some people say Calathea, but I'm sticking to Calathea because Calathea bothers me for some reason. Calathea, I forget which one it is, Ornata, I believe, and it's the pink striped one. And I've heard these are really hard to take care of, but I really haven't done much to it. I leave it alone for the most part. I dump a little bit of water in when the leaves start to curl up, but that's about it. And it's in its nursery pot still, but I put a terracotta pot over it so that it was more ornamental. But I heard from Nick, his last name starts with a P and I forgot what it was, but really, really cool plant guy on YouTube, that as soon as he repotted his Calathea, it's like anytime he'd repot them, they die. So hopefully it can stay in this pot for a while, but these are supposed to get way bigger. I got this on my my Black Friday plant shopping trip. I went to 3 different nurseries, bought 3 different plants, and it cost me less than $20. So next up, right here, this is my beautiful Begonia lucerna. And fun fact is that this plant cutting came off of a plant that is a descendant from Albert Einstein's Lucerna begonia, which this came actually from the University of Princeton. So I'm really excited. I was really excited when I was offered a cutting from my plant friend. And so of course I said yes, and I took up the opportunity, and I kept it in the water jar that it was rooting in for a while, and then I decided to repot it, use some nice well-draining mixture in this terracotta pot, and it is doing well. This new leaf bud just opened up, and it looks beautiful. I love the patterning on this, and then if you flip it over, they're bright red. And then there's even a new shoot developing down here. So I'm very proud of this plant and how far it's come. So I guess I'm going to have to wrap it up for part 1 of this plant tour, and this is only going to be my bedroom. There's some more plants scattered throughout the house elsewhere that I'll show you in another video, but yeah, so join me for part 2, guys. See ya!